So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you all doing? I'm so excited to be back here, and yeah, I'm so happy and glad I'm making another video for you guys. I've been good, I've been great. If you're new here, hello, hi, my name is Ophira and this is Ophira Talks. Now, in case you're new here, you're very welcome. I'm so glad to have you. I love you. Welcome. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm glad, I'm honored, it's a privilege. I don't even know which other words to use, but you're so welcome. And please feel free to stick around with me. All you have to do is subscribe. It is free and it is very, very easy. Just click on the subscribe button below and also turn on the notifications so you can get updates when I put up a new video. Guys, I'm still trying to work on a schedule for my videos, so I've not quite decided. Due to several factors, I have not quite decided when I will be posting my videos, but trust me, when I finally am able to fix a schedule, I'm going to let you guys know. But till then, just turn on the notification. I might just post videos every day and you do not want to miss out on any one of them. Whew. Okay, so that was a lot of introduction. All right, so let's get into this video. This video, like you already know, is like a story time. You can tell from the title already. I have gist for you guys, but sadly it is not a very happy gist, but it's still gist all the same. Earlier on in the week, I think it was last week, I tweeted about my experience, and yeah, I just thought I would come on here and make a video about it because I feel like I didn't quite capture everything. And you know, the thing with videos, you can really like get people to understand where you're coming from when they are seeing you much more than when they read what you're saying, like when you tweet about it. So I knew I had to bring this onto my YouTube channel for you guys as well. So that's why I'm making this video. And of course, it is something to talk about. We have to keep talking about it, okay? Meanwhile, if you are not following me on Twitter, please go right ahead and follow me on Twitter, okay? Because you are going to love it. Don't even think about it. You're just going to love me. Trust me, you're going to love me. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and just stay connected with me. On Twitter, my handle is at Ophira19. That's at OPHIRA19. And on Instagram, at Ophira19 with a double R. That's OPHIRRA19. I'm going to leave my handles down in the description box, so in case you did not get it, you can go right to the description box and check out my handles and go follow me on my social medias and stay connected to me, okay guys? All right, so let's get into the video. I've never started this gist and I'm already talking a lot, so let's just do this. In this world and in this time and in this present time, especially that we're living, a lot has been happening in the world. A lot of movements have been going on. People have been coming up to talk about rape and sexual harassment on women and violence against women. You know, there has been the likes of justice for this, justice for that, justice for Owa, God rest her soul, justice for a lot of girls that have been molested and abused and raped and killed. And I feel like you never really understand how deep this thing really is until it happens to you. You never really know just how serious it can, how much damage it can do until it happens to you. And that's why I want to like share my experience with you guys. I don't know the exact statistics, but I know that a lot of young girls, a lot of women have gotten harassed one way or the other. They've gotten molested, they've been abused one way or the other, and this is actually real. People are living this reality. I had my own fair share of this harsh reality not so long ago. Actually, this has happened to me twice. I've been harassed twice, and just so turns out that the two times were actually in a public bus. Crazy, right, guys? Very, very crazy. Now, I'm going to start with my first experience. Guys, I was just 10 years old. I barely knew anything. I was 10 years old. Okay, so let's just get into the story. So on this particular day, right, I was coming back from school. I was still in primary school. I think I was around 10, 11 years old. I was still in primary school. If you know Air Force Primary School 2, I schooled in Air Force Primary School 2, Nigeria. So I was coming back from school with my mom, who teaches in that school, and my younger brother. Now we're at the bus stop, guys. Like every normal human being, we're at the bus stop and we're waiting to catch a bus to go home. And Yeah, so we got this bus and we got into the bus, but unfortunately it was filled up. There was no space, and we had been standing at the bus stop for a while. And after a long day of school, mom still was like, you know what, let's just manage, we'll soon get home, let's just hang. And we did. So there was, my mom was right in front of me, my younger brother was in front of my mom, and there was this man at my back. Now, the little young me knew nothing. I just knew that I wanted to get home, pull off my uniform, and just go play or do something or do whatever you 10-year-olds did at that time. So yeah, then let me describe my uniform for you guys. So my uniform was like a pinafore. It was sleeveless, so it had like, it was loose because I was a tiny child. I was very little while growing up. I still am little, but yeah, it had space by the side. It was sleeveless, so it was kind of easy to slip your hand into the sides of my uniform. So I was wearing a singlet. I was wearing a singlet in my uniform, but that didn't stop this stranger that felt like we had to fondle a 10-year-old breast. The breasts were not even there, guys. They were barely even there. At 10, I had not started growing breasts. But yeah, let me just go back to the guy being behind me. So it was behind me, and then after a while we were on the journey, I realized that this guy was putting his hands in my uniform. Now, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand why this responsible looking stranger was trying to get into my uniform, but I knew I was very scared. I was just standing there. I couldn't tell my mom anything. My mom was right in front of me. I couldn't just bring myself to tell my mom. And that was because I felt like nobody was going to believe me at that time. All of these adults, how do I begin to tell all of these adults in this bus that this responsible looking man just tried to grab my breast? I knew they probably weren't going to believe me. And that's the thing with our society. When victims talk about what they are going through, nobody actually believes, or people start to like doubt them or start to question them. And my 10-year-old mind already knew that, so I just kept quiet. And then all I could do was just press my arms very close to my sides and hope that this guy or this man would stop and just come to his senses. But it didn't even stop. When I pressed my hands very close to my sides, I remember him pinching me so hard, and I kept enduring until my hands got really weak, because it was like a kind of like distance that we had to drive all the way to get home. So when my hands got weak, he eventually got the access he was looking for, and then he slipped his hand into my uniform and went ahead to... Just talking about it, guys, is so annoying and so irritating, and the only thing I regret is the fact that I didn't speak up. But I was 10 and I was scared. Now let's fast forward to last week. Last week I had gone out to see my friend, and I was on my way back. For some reason, again, I had to take public transport. God, maybe this is your sign. This is you telling me that I need a car very, very soon, guys, because these two experiences happened in a public bus. Now, the crazy thing is that you would think that this kind of people or this type of things will happen in places where people will not be scared to get caught, or they would want to be like a secret place where they know that they are safe. But they actually have the guts and the audacity to do it anywhere, and they don't even care. This was in a public bus. There were so many other people in that bus. So let's go into this story, this second story. Now, I was, like I said before, I was coming from my friend's place, and I had to take a bus home. So I got to the bus stop and I waited for my bus, and my bus came. Then I got in, and just behind me, this man also got in. So we sat like next to each other. You know how if you're in Nigeria, you know downfall buses, you know how tight and very uncomfortable their seats can be sometimes. So we're already like 4 on the seats. There were 2 other people when I got in with the other guy that made us 4. So I noticed that it was unusually tight. Now I know the seats are usually tight, but this time it was unusually tight, and I was trying to like adjust. But I realized that while I was adjusting, the guy next to me was adjusting along with me. I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, I just kept quiet because it's not my car, you know, so I can't really be expecting to be comfortable. So I kept quiet and I just tried to like adjust. And when I found out that it wasn't going to work, I just, you know what, my house is not so far after all, so I'll get home soon. So I sat there. Something else was off. So while this guy was sitting very close to me, he was leaning almost into me, like he was almost trying to like enter me. And my normal self would have parried like, yo bro, nigga, you need to move. But I still kept quiet for reasons I don't even know. When I should have spoke up again was when I realized that his hands were like almost like resting on my thigh. I don't know why I kept my calm, because I'm usually not that calm when it comes to getting so close to me, especially with all of the drama and all of the COVID and all of that going on. I'm usually not so comfortable with people getting so close to me, but at the same time I knew I was in a public bus, so I had to like endure and just chill. So I kept quiet, giving this guy a benefit of a doubt that maybe he's sitting that way because the seats are tight. I feel like I need to fix that. I need to stop giving people the benefit of a doubt. I need to stop saying, oh, maybe, just maybe, like trying to like find a logical explanation for why people do what they do, because I really don't get it. Okay, all right guys, so back to it. It was leaning into me, his hands were on my thigh, and I didn't see anything. Now, the funny part of where this gets funny is when he started to move my dress. Maybe I should quickly explain what I was wearing, because I know some people will come and say, oh, what were you wearing before you got harassed? Where were you going to? Why were you walking at that time of the night? You need to shut up, okay? If you are that kind of a person, just shut it. There is no justification for harassment. For sexual harassment, there is no justification. For rape, there is no justification. For molestation, there is just no justification. The only people responsible, and I'm going to say this anywhere and anytime, are the rapists. The victim is not to blame in whatsoever way. The victim has no fault, and you guys need to fix that mentality, okay? So let me just go on to explain what I was wearing for clarification's sake, not for anything else, guys. So I was wearing a wrap dress that was way below my nails. It's just so painful that I do not have a picture of that dress on that day. I would have put it in this video so you guys can see, but I still feel like whatever the victim was wearing has nothing to do with it. I was harassed while as a 10 years old, wearing a school uniform. So what are we even talking about? Anyways, let's go back into it. So this guy moved my dress, moved the top layer out. If you know what a wrap dress looks like, you understand what I'm saying. So he went on to move the top layer of my dress, and I still didn't see anything. I still kept my calm, even though I already knew what he was trying to do. So he was trying to be very smart. So when the bus would move or swerve or, you know, get into bumps or gallops, that's when he would move my dress. So it would make it seem as if it was the movement that moved my dress, but I knew what he was doing, because of course I knew what he was doing, so I still kept my calm. And so when he finally was able to like feel my thighs, he started working his way up to, and that was when I like lost it. I lost it immediately, because I was like, what are you doing? What exactly is your problem? I started going off on this guy. I started telling him, you need to fix yourself. You're not normal. How can you be touching me in a public bus without my consent? What is wrong with you? And it's so crazy. Like, it is so crazy, guys, how these kind of people are able to just switch up and just pretend like they don't know what you're talking about. So if you had seen that guy's face, the way he changed, it was like drama. The way he just switched up and he started denying every single thing and started making it seem as if I was saying rubbish. It was so frustrating. But I didn't even care what he was acting up. I didn't even care what he was saying. I didn't even care how he was trying to lie, because I knew what he had done. So I was going off. I was telling him, oh, you need to fix yourself. I'm not a violent person, but at that point I was really mad, guys. I still tried to control myself. I still controlled myself. I actually feel like I deserve like a round of applause for how I was able to like control myself and not go violent. Now, I didn't throw any punches, I didn't throw any slaps, but my mouth did not keep quiet. I kept on going on and on and on. I made sure that guy was hearing me, and I expressed how mad and how disappointed and how disgusted I was at his actions. And this guy that just tried to touch me without my consent in a public bus had the guts, the effrontery to threaten to slap me, guys. Like, this guy just touched me and I'm going off on him, and he literally said, I'm going to slap you and there's nothing you can do about it. Do you know who I am? This, that. Guys, I went ballistic. I was going to bite off this nigga's head, because I don't understand how you're going to harass me and still try to intimidate me. But the sad part about all of this is that we were not the only ones in that bus, and everybody said nothing. It was just like they couldn't hear me say that someone just tried to harass me or someone just harassed me, because they actually did. They all just kept quiet. And when they eventually spoke up, they were all just saying, oh, it's okay now. You don't do, sister. You don't do, you self. How is it okay? I'm like, it is not okay. How can it be okay? I just told you guys that this person is a terrible person. This is what he does. I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person. I feel like how I went off on that day was as a result of the fact that I had gone through this before and I didn't deal with it. I didn't talk about it. I didn't tell anyone up until when I tweeted about it last week and now this video. I didn't say anything about it, but I knew that when I thought about it, when it crossed my mind, I knew that if this ever happened to me again, I was not going to keep quiet. And that was what happened on that day. I wasn't going to rest. I wasn't going to keep quiet until this guy has heard it from me and make sure that he just knew that I was not someone that you could touch without her consent and get away with. So I kept on going. I didn't mind that he said he was going to slap me. Nobody said anything in the bus, and this is a big problem in our society. You that you know about it and you're saying nothing about it, or you're doing nothing about it, you are also part of the problem. How can you hear someone saying something like this, as serious as it is with everything that's going on in our society, and they still said nothing about it? They were all just there looking at me and trying to tell me that it's okay, I should shut up. Even when I tweeted about that stuff on Twitter, someone still said to me that you shouldn't have said this type of thing on Twitter. I'm like, are you people normal? Are you even sure you are okay? Is that the problem right now? Can't you people see what I am saying? And a lot of victims go through this every day. People try to shut us up as girls, as women, when we come out to talk. People try to shut us up that, oh, you shouldn't tell this type of story. You shouldn't say this. Listen, if you've been harassed before, or if you've been in any kind of situation, don't let anybody tell you how to tell your story. Don't let anybody tell you how to fight your battles or how to speak up for yourself. Don't let anybody shut you up. Like, it's just so... Talking about this in this video right now is just so, I don't know, I have so many mixed feelings, because when I got home that night, I felt so bad. It was like, there was like a kind of trauma I felt, because I didn't understand why someone would see the need to touch me in such a way. I still don't understand it till now. It just needs to stop. All of this madness, all of this craziness, it needs to stop. And as a young woman, if you're watching this video, you need to be careful. You need to be very, very careful. I don't know how careful we can be right now, because I was just in a public bus going home. Do you understand? So I really don't know how careful, but I feel like that's all we can really do. Just try and be careful. And also, do not get shut up for any reason. If you have something to say, speak up. Keep talking until they listen to you. Make sure that you get heard. Don't let anybody shut you up. Okay, guys? Like, this video is so many emotions, but I feel like I'm just going to stop here. I'm just going to, like, I don't know, man. They just need to stop. It needs to be dealt with, and they need to stop. So yeah, that's the end of this story. It's really sad. It's really frustrating. It's really annoying. It's something that just shouldn't be allowed in our society. There are terrible people out there that need to be dealt with. God help us. God help us. This is the end of my story. If you like this video, please go ahead and like. Just click on the like button. Give me a thumbs up for this video. If you like this story kind of vibe, things happen to me on a reg, guys. If you want me to keep like telling you stories from time to time on this, not really stories, like experiences basically, because I experienced this one firsthand. Okay, so if you want me to keep like sharing my experiences with you, please comment. If you've been harassed before, don't be ashamed, don't be scared. If you have gone through any kind of experience like this before, please also go to the comment section and let me know about it. Tell me about it, and I'm sure I'll just be able to relate and engage with you, because I know how frustrating and annoying it can be. Also, yeah, I think that's it. Share this video, comment, like my video. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I'll just be very, very grateful. Also, turn on the notifications so you can stay connected to me, and I'll just see you in my next video. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for my next video, but you can also watch my previous videos. Just watch any of these two right here, and also don't forget to subscribe here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Mwah.